The original I Know What You Did Last Summer begins on July 4th, 1996. Julie James, her boyfriend Ray Bronson, best friend Helen Shivers, and Helen's boyfriend Barry Cox are all high school seniors with dreams of successful college careers and the hopes of remaining friends despite their diverging lives. But their night of fun comes to an abrupt end when they accidentally run over a stranger with their car. Fearing their futures will be ruined with the potential for serious jail time, the friends decide to dispose of the body and flee the scene. As they move the body toward the ocean, Julie's friend Max passes by, though the friends make sure he never sees what they are truly up to. After disposing of the body in the ocean, the friends make a pact to keep the events of this night a secret for the rest of their lives. 1 year later, Julie returns from her freshman year of college, discovering that all of her friends have struggled since the accident, and none of their lives have gone as they had hoped. When Julie receives a menacing message declaring, "I know what you did last summer," she reunites with Ray, Helen, and Barry to uncover the message's sender. Although Barry first suspects Max is brutally murdered by a raincoat-clad killer wielding a deadly hook. When Julie finds Max's body covered with crabs, Helen and Barry suspect that Ray may be the killer, as he has been living as a reclusive fisherman ever since the accident. Fearing for their lives, Julie looks into the accident and theorizes that the victim may have been a local man named David Egan, who went missing the night of the accident. Upon meeting with David's sister Missy, Julie learns that David had accidentally got his own girlfriend Susie killed in a car crash, which he blamed himself for. Missy also reveals that she had been visited by one of David's friends, Billy Blue, who paid their respects. Although Missy assumed that David had simply succumbed to his grief, Julie realizes that Susie's father, Ben Willis, had murdered David for revenge, shortly before being run over himself by Julie and her friends. Meanwhile, at the annual town beauty pageant, Helen watches helplessly as Barry is murdered by the mystery killer. As Helen flees, the killer murders her sister Elsa before killing her as well. Julie then races to Ray to reveal all that she has uncovered, though she is shocked to discover that Ray's boat is named Billy Blue, leading Julie to accuse her ex-boyfriend of being the hook-wielding killer. As Ray corners Julie, he is knocked unconscious by another fisherman, who helps Julie flee to safety upon his boat. Unfortunately, Julie then realizes that the fisherman is in fact Ben Willis, who had survived being run over by Julie and her friends, and has been plotting his murderous revenge against them ever since. Ray returns, cutting off Ben's hand and knocking him overboard to save Julie. He confesses that he had visited Missy out of guilt for having seemingly killed David, but now that Julie and Ray know that they never actually killed anyone, and the vengeful Ben has been defeated, their consciences are clear and they are finally free to move on with their lives in peace. The story continues in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. 1 year has passed and Julie James is still suffering from nightmares about the massacre of her friends by the vengeful hook-wielding Ben Willis. When Julie's new roommate Carla wins a radio contest for a vacation for 4 in the Bahamas, she believes it will be the perfect escape from Julie's trauma. Julie invites her boyfriend Ray, but he declines. When Ray's friend Dave convinces him to change his mind, the pair race to surprise Julie. Unfortunately, they are attacked by Ben, who kills Dave as Ray narrowly escapes with his life. Unaware of Ben's return or the danger that Ray is in, Julie departs for the Bahamas with Carla, Carla's boyfriend Tyrell, and their friend Will. Upon arriving at their getaway resort, Julie is confronted with the message, "I still know what you did last summer." Spooked by this threat, she is comforted by Will, who confesses that he has developed romantic feelings for her. As Julie's friends help her forget about her past, Ben arrives on the island and begins murdering employees of the hotel. When Julie finds their bodies and warns the hotel manager Mr. Brooks, the bodies then disappear and Brooks dismisses her claims, before warning that an incoming storm has made it impossible for anyone to leave the island. The next day, Julie and her friends discover that Mr. Brooks has also been murdered, and the hotel's radio, their only form of contact to the outside world, has been destroyed. The local man Estes seeks out Julie and her friends, warning that the vacation giveaway was all a ploy to lure them to the island. Estes also explains that Ben Willis had spent several years on the island with his wife Sarah, as well as their son and daughter. When Ben had discovered that his wife was cheating on him, he murdered her. Before Estes can reveal anything more, he goes missing and Will volunteers to search for him. In Will's absence, the others are attacked by Ben, who murders Tyrell. As Julie and Carla flee, they are rescued by a bloodied Will, who exclaims claims that Estes attacked him. The trio then find Estes' body, now dead, though when Julie tries to tend to Will's injuries, she discovers that the blood covering him is not actually his. And that's when Will reveals himself to have orchestrated the plot to draw Julie to the island, as he is in fact the son and accomplice of Ben Willis. As Ben and Will attack Julie, Ray arrives on the island to rescue her. When Ben attacks Ray, he accidentally stabs Will, killing his own son. As Ben regretfully mourns Will, Julie takes the opportunity to shoot the hook-handed killer dead, finally ending his murderous reign of terror. In the end, Julie and Ray get married and buy a house to live out their happily ever after. Unfortunately, as the movie comes to a close, Julie is attacked once again by Ben, unaware if the killer has returned once again or if she is simply still suffering from her recurring nightmares.